Really good. Love it. I think this is awesome. I think we did it. Hi everyone. Today I'm really excited because I put a poll out there to the universe to ask what type of wine I should do for my next wine pairing video. And the consensus was Sauvignon Blanc. So I wanted to showcase a different sort of version of Sauvignon Blanc that you might be accustomed to. So we have a French Sauvignon Blanc today. Now, a lot of times there's sort of a trick with French wines. They don't typically put the variety or the grape on the label because in France and a lot of other of the European countries, they're really focused more on region and the grape is not as important. Anyway, here we have a wine coming from the Loire Valley, which is one of my favorite wine regions. It is made of 100% Sauvignon Blanc and it is written here, but it's like super tiny, right? And this is coming from the Loire, not far from Sancerre, which is a region known for their Sauvignon Blanc whites. So the area is called the Coteau du Genois, and that's sort of on the other side of the bank from Sancerre. So let's have a little taste. All right, let's do the swirl as we do. This is really pretty. So right off the bat, there's a lot of like pear and apple. You also get some citrus like lime. And there's definitely a honeyed component, so I would go like honeydew melon, but there's also a floral, so like a white, maybe a honeysuckle type of flower. It's delicious, very dry, very crisp. That's what we love about Sauvignon Blanc. It's almost always quite dry, very bright, very citrusy. Great on its own or with food like fish or something light like a salad. On the palate you get more citrus, so like a grapefruit, but like a ruby red grapefruit. It's not super dry. A little bit of minerality as well. So this is so good. I highly recommend this wine. So now what to cook for the wine is really the fun part, what I love doing the most. So I think we should do something that involves that citrus component. And because we're in the cooler months right now, we could definitely take advantage of all those like wintry vegetables that we have here where I am in the Northeast. So something like radicchio, maybe some fennel, winter citrus. So maybe either grapefruit or orange or lime or something like that. And I think we need to hold it together with something hearty because it is the cooler months. We need something of substance, of sustenance. So let's do quinoa, which is healthy. I know that after the holidays, I'm trying to keep things like pretty healthy this time of year. So I think a quinoa salad with like a citrus vinaigrette, maybe incorporate the honey that we find in the wine, incorporate that into the dish. And I think we have a nice winter salad. All right, cheers. Let's see what we have in the kitchen. For the vinaigrette, let's use a white grapefruit, which provides a good amount of acidity. And we'll also add some vinegar too. I love my handy new citrus juicer. I got it at Target for like $3 in the home section. So we have the freshly squeezed white grapefruit juice, and let's add a little apple cider vinegar to make it extra tart. Give that a little mix. All right, honey next. Some honey for a little balance, hint of sweetness, and that honey is going to echo the honey notes in the wine. Get that really well mixed. And then just drizzle as slowly as you can the olive oil to make an emulsion. All right, so we've made a very light dressing here. Perfect. It's more citrusy and more tart than oily, which is great. We want something just light and fresh. Okay, so we have assembled all of our parts of the salad to go with our Loire Valley Sauvignon Blanc, which again, it has notes of citrus, apple, pear, honey, delicious. So we have a hearty winter salad. So let's start with the quinoa. So we'll plate it up. We'll put the quinoa at the bottom. Definitely love this grain, high protein, keeps you nice and full. I'm gonna dress it with a tiny bit of olive oil, but we do have the dressing also. Okay, so on top of that, let's do a little dressing layer. Okay, so a little dressing just to moisten it. Now we have our winter vegetables. So we have radicchio, which is like a bitter type of lettuce. So let's put some radicchio. I love, it's so colorful and it's so pretty. Let's do the radicchio ribbons sort of on top. There we go. And then we have some fennel, which has a very light kind of licorice-y flavor to it, very crunchy, adds great texture. Okay, we need at this point to give some dressing, to layer the dressing. And again, this is a very light dressing, so you can kind of put more on. Okay, and now we're gonna echo the fruit notes of the wine. So let's do some Granny Smith apple. Guys, you know I'm not a chef, right? So we're just doing it. Some grapefruit suprèmes, which is just the fleshy part of the grapefruit. Okay, a little scallion for, you know, a little flavor. And then I also wanted to throw in some goat cheese because, well, first of all, the wines of the Loire go really well with goat cheese because the Loire Valley also makes delicious goat cheese. So I wanted to give a little more substance, and the tartness of the goat cheese is going to be echoed in the wine as well. So let's just kind of throw that in a little bit. There we go. Tiny bit more dressing. And I think we're gonna be good to go here. Moment of truth, we have to do the taste. So a little sip of wine to get things going. Because I'm a rule breaker by nature, I'm gonna cut this, which, like, you're not supposed to cut salad. Well, I do. All right, so I'm gonna try to make like a bite that sort of encapsulates all the flavors. How? I do not know. Okay, a little goat cheese, a little fennel, radicchio. Ah. Oh gosh, it's getting bigger. Okay. Okay, ready? Really good. Love it. It's so fresh and bright, but filling. I think we did it. Delicious. It goes together so well. Neither one of these dishes overpowers the other, which is what we look for. We look for balance when we're pairing food and wine. I think this is awesome. Paired it.